You just avoided a bullet, chosen one. I'm referring about a bullet that was precisely aimed at your heart, your goals, and your future, a bullet that would kill your soul and terminate your life. It also failed to hit. Now, I want you to fully get the extent of the situation we're in when I say, take you out. They intended to ruin your life so thoroughly that you would never be able to bounce back. They sought to dissuade you from taking advantage of all the positive things that were coming your way. They had a straightforward plan. Verify that everything that was meant to be in your life has gone. Here's something they didn't anticipate, however. Selected 1. They failed to take your true self into consideration. You found them, in some manner, via means they could never comprehend or foresee. You were able to see through their flawless facade. The majority of people would have been totally duped. With their eyes wide open, most people would have walked straight into the trap, believing they were on their way to something positive. But you were different. When you needed your spiritual skills the most, they came into play. Perhaps you had a dream that seemed significant and urgent, even if it didn't make sense at the time. It's possible that you downloaded material that appeared out of nowhere. Perhaps it was just a hunch, a gut instinct that something wasn't quite right. You began to hear warnings from your intuition that your rational mind was unable to interpret. You stand out from the crowd because of this. Others, however, depend on their senses of sight and touch. You have access to networks of intellect that function outside of the physical world. At the pivotal moment, your spirit team, yes, you have one, leaped in front of you. They redirected the assault. They ruined the idea. They ensured that you zagged at the appropriate time. Because of your powerful spiritual defenses, the danger was neutralized before it could completely materialize in your reality. Thus, you never even saw the person who was sent to harm you arriving. This is what's really taking place in the background. It becomes intense at this point. Someone saw your financial increase, which is the main reason you became a target. After reviewing your life, they jumped forward to your future. They anticipated your arrival. They determined they couldn't allow it to happen because of the wealth, success, and plenty. Your life is now seeing an increase in financial growth. Positive affirmations and wishful thinking are not what this is. Cosmic truth is this. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is coming your way. Additionally, some individuals are able to detect it before it completely materializes. The problem with predators, however, is this. Those that are going to level up are always their target. They don't spend time on those who aren't changing. Since the actual wealth transfer takes place there, they concentrate their efforts on those who are about to make their breakthrough. Someone was deliberately observing you. They saw the growth of your resources. They saw your potential. They saw your future prosperity. And before you could completely claim it, they strategically positioned themselves to intercept all of it. Their goal was to steal your money. Their goal was to take advantage of your credit. They wanted access to all of the things you were constructing. They also wanted to make sure you lost everything if they were unable to get access. Be mindful of them. You understand precisely what I mean. These are the ones who come in saying things like, I need to borrow your money right fast, or let me just use your credit card for a minute, or let me flip your money. I know how to double it. They pose as wise financial people who can help you increase your wealth. But their true goal is to leave you with nothing while taking your money. They want to bring you from wealth to hardship, from safety to despair. Nor is this limited to romantic interactions. This energy manifests itself in friendships, commercial alliances, and even familial relationships. You just avoided a bullet if someone approaches you with urgent financial demands or get-rich-quick scams that want your money up advance. It's okay to exclude some individuals from your life. Some individuals want you in a totally different situation than your current one. Thus, it's okay to flee from them and never speak to them again. And I mean far lower when I say absolutely different. They want you to have difficulty. They want you to be bankrupt. They want you to be reliant. They want you to be in a desperate situation. You don't need to allow it to occur. You are allowed to defend yourself. It's okay for you to refuse. You have the right to distance yourself from those who are not looking out for your best interests. You already know what's going on, which is the good news and the very good news in all of this. Imagination is not what your intuitive talents are. They are not coincidental. Wishful thinking is not what they are. They are authentic. They have strength. Your life was just rescued by them. You have been using your instincts. You have been having dreams. Downloads have been coming to you. You have been communicating with the heavenly. You've been anticipating this for a long time. You were able to avoid the bullet for just that reason. The selected crystal ball is in your hand. What's coming is visible to you. The development in your hands is visible. What's on your table is visible. Both you and someone else are aware of what is ahead. The difference is that they are not protected, but you are. You may have entire faith in your intuition. You follow its instructions to move. You pay attention when it informs you that someone is wrong. You don't hesitate to leave a situation when it tells you to. The fact that this assault was camouflaged as assistance was among its most damaging features. The person or persons pursuing you came off as trustworthy, stable, and prepared to provide the foundation for your success. They discussed being your cornerstone, your network of support, and your trustworthy collaborator in creating something amazing. All of it was false. This person, thing, or force that was after you is not real. They can't be trusted. They aren't really helpful. By bringing this fact to light, we are practically averting a catastrophe. These might be relatives that sabotage your advancement behind your back while grinning in your face. These might be friends that seem to be encouraging but are really jealous of your achievement. These can be business associates that want to take advantage of your assets to expand their empire at your expense. There is a consistent trend. They pose as the answer to your issues, but in reality, they're the cause of difficulties you haven't yet realized you'll face in the future. Take a time to think about it. I have a very significant matter that requires your attention. We're sharing what we know about personal power, self-healing, and self-healing for the first time. No holding back, no filters. All of the esoteric secrets we have accumulated during actual years of spiritual practice have been subtly included. Those who are willing to follow the same route may now access the methods and knowledge that helped us go from controlled porn to conscious artists. Please accept this offer to become a member of Obsidian Inner Order and help us expand our platform so that we can reach more selected individuals who are awaiting activation. Joining the Obsidian Inner Order gives you access to more than simply information that is prohibited. You're joining a movement that is changing the very fabric of reality. All of us benefit from it. The description contains a link. Observe the synchronicity and indicators that are now around you. You can practically hear the cosmos yelling instructions at you. Numbers, timing, and recurring interactions with the same messages all show patterns. This is not an accident. You are being instructed to run in a precise direction by your cosmic GPS system. Your spiritual intelligence is functioning at a level that most others cannot even understand, and the indicators are telling you to move toward what's ahead of you and get away from what's behind you. Information is reaching you via pathways that are not normally perceptible to humans. The forces guiding you see your life from a much wider perspective than you do. Have faith in these indicators. Pay attention to these coincidences. You pay attention to the universe's warnings when they are this loud. There is a ringleader at the heart of all of this mayhem. Someone who has been behind the scenes, planning this entire thing. This individual has portrayed themselves as admirable, trustworthy, stable, and prepared to enchant you with the prospect of a glorious future. Instead of selling you your actual future, they are selling you a dream one. Your intuition holds the key to your true future. Showcasing you is about real success based on sound foundations, real abundance, and real progress. Dependency, domination, and finally your demise masquerading as your redemption are the themes of their fantastical future. This individual exudes charisma. They are charming. They are adept at making themselves unstoppable. They know precisely what to say and how to behave in order to achieve their goals. However, their whole presentation is a front for their actual motivations. Be especially cautious if you are currently dating. Be cautious if someone in your life is now offering themselves as your answer. On the surface, the most attractive predators are the most dangerous. You are experiencing more than one thing at a time. Right now, a huge awakening is taking place. Additionally, those who have been working in the dark are becoming desperate. They sense the end of their time. They are able to detect when individuals are becoming aware of their games. The assaults are so severe at the moment because of this. The sophistication of the deceit stems from this. The stakes seem so high because of this. Here's something they didn't anticipate, however. You're being empowered by the same cosmic forces that are exposing them. Your spiritual gifts aren't emerging at random. You need them immediately, so they're forming. It's no coincidence that your intuition is becoming more acute. You're going to need it more than ever. Therefore, it's becoming stronger. The collective is awakening, and you are a part of it. Protecting yourself isn't the only benefit of being able to recognize and avoid these assaults. It's safeguarding others around you who aren't yet as spiritually conscious. You will notice a change over the course of the following 7 days. Since you're leaving the commotion behind, you're going to enjoy a more tranquil atmosphere. You were from behind the turmoil. You'll experience tranquility soon. This proves that you made the correct decision. This is confirmation that you are on the correct track. You will find yourself in more tranquil and bountiful situations as long as you continue to move away from people, situations, and energies that are attempting to bring you down or drag you backward. You weren't supposed to live in the turmoil forever. You're now going through what was supposed to be a transitional phase on your path to something greater. I want to be very clear about the primary target of the assault: your money. The bullet was directed at that spot. They want to inflict the most harm there. Their goal is to increase your money and convert it into change. Their goal is to steal your wealth and leave you with nothing. Before you can claim your financial breakthrough, they want to snoop it up. However, you anticipated it. You are aware of what is yours. You are aware of what is at hand. Furthermore, you will not allow anybody to take it away from you. Money isn't the only factor in your financial development. It has to do with freedom. It has to do with freedom. It's about being independent of those that don't care about you and having the means to live your life as you see fit. Someone is not just pursuing your money when they attempt to stand in your way of financial stability. Your power is what they're chasing. They are pursuing your decisions. They want you to be able to refuse things that don't benefit you. There's still those of you reading this who are in danger. This is not an incident from the past. This is a real-time event that is now taking place. You must use caution. You must use caution. When your instincts tell you something isn't right, you should follow them straight away. You may have just escaped the first wave of the onslaught. There may be contingency preparations. Other persons might be involved. Other strategies may be in the process of being developed. You're much more powerful than you were before you learned what to search for. You can never be caught off guard again now that you know the game being played. Your armor is your awareness. Your early warning system is your intuition. Your spiritual talents serve as your defense mechanisms. The majority of people have no idea what it's like to be you. They have no idea what it's like to have spiritual abilities that allow you to access knowledge that others do not. They have no idea what it's like to see threats that haven't materialized yet. They have no idea how it feels to know something without being able to articulate how you know it. We notice your presence. Selected one. Your strength is evident to us. Your protection is evident to us. We understand your goal. You don't have paranoia. You're not thinking too much. You are not exaggerating. You're acting with spiritual intelligence in a world that mostly relies on deceit. It's not a hardship to be able to identify hazards before they become fully apparent. It is a superpower. It's not antisocial for you to have a predisposition to believe your instincts above what other people say. It's sagacity. It's not selfishness to feel the need to defend oneself against individuals who make you feel bad, even if they seem to be correct. It is a matter of survival. Most people are oblivious to the battle that is now taking place. It's a struggle for spiritual strength, resources, awareness, and the future course of mankind. Furthermore, you're not only a spectator in this conflict. You play a crucial role. You are not being attacked at random. They have a plan. Before you could completely assume your authority, someone or something used certain strategies to neutralize you because they saw you as a danger to their objective. However, they underestimated you. Your spiritual support was not taken into consideration. They did not account for your intuition. They were unaware that you're not alone in this field. They can't see the protection you have. They are unable to intercept your advice. They can't control the power you possess. All of your senses are accurate. All of the warning signs you've been seeing are real. All of the danger signs that your intuition has been providing you are correct. You're not too delicate. You're not suspicious at all. You're not very cautious. In a world where wolves disguise themselves as sheep and predators wear masks, you're as vigilant as you need to be. You're not becoming paranoid because of your spiritual talents. They are preparing you. Being able to spot dishonesty does not make you antisocial. It is protecting you. The majority of individuals want to possess your degree of spiritual insight. Most people wish they were as adept at spotting falsehoods as you are. The majority of individuals wish they had your access to heavenly direction. Your actual future was being planned in the background, while others attempted to offer you a fantasy future based on their dominance over you. No one else's consent or involvement is necessary for the abundance that is heading your way. It doesn't depend on whether you're in the ideal family environment, business collaboration, or relationship. Your breakthrough has been spiritually guarded and managed by God. What the cosmos has already put in motion for you is beyond the control of those who attempted to stop it. You're seeing more than just financial progress. It is energizing, emotional, and spiritual. You're becoming into a person who is impervious to manipulation, control, and deception. You're developing into a person who functions from an inner understanding so strong that no amount of outside influence can upend your basis. Now, everything is moving faster. Your rightful success is being accelerated by the same cosmic forces that helped you avoid this bullet. The pace of your actual opportunities is accelerating. Your sincere relationships are strengthening more quickly. The manifestation of your true abundance is happening more quickly. When you follow your own path rather than letting individuals with ulterior motives divert you, this is what occurs. When you believe in your spiritual abilities rather than allowing others to persuade you that they are just fantasy, this is what occurs. The cosmos has been awaiting your complete realization of your potential. And your graduation test was a dodgeball. You made it through. The actual job now starts. This world has forces that thrive on human potential. They're not interested in your money for its own sake. They want your vitality, your inventiveness, and your vitality. They are really depleting your capacity to realize your ambitions when they deplete your cash. They are really undermining your support networks when they ruin your relationships. They are really destroying your connection to your greater mission when they destroy your drive. These entities have researched you, whether directly or via human agents. They are aware of your habits. They are aware of your shortcomings. They are adept at dangling the bait in front of you because they know what you desire most. They understand your worst fear and know just how to use it as a threat to get you to cooperate. Their research of your spiritual development was inadequate. They did not design their assault on your current self, but rather on your past self. Instead of using your new level of spiritual intelligence, they predicated their strategy on your previous level of awareness. That's why their strategy didn't work. That's why you found them. You were able to avoid the bullet because of this. While your spiritual software was still using your outdated code, you've been updating it. Their deceit is now outpaced by your intuition. You can now perceive more clearly than they can manipulate you. They no longer have the same link to dark intellect as you have to divine direction. Don't settle in. This kind of combat requires ongoing attention to detail. You must maintain your spiritual talents on a daily basis. Regular reinforcement is necessary for your protective shields. Regular communication is essential to your relationship with your guidance team. The good news is that you become stronger every time you successfully repel an assault. Your discernment grows with each untruth you uncover. You learn to spot similar patterns in the future by avoiding each trap. These assaults are training you, not simply helping you survive. You're developing into a spiritual warrior who can defend not just yourself, but also those who aren't as mature as you presently are. You underestimate your own strength. You don't comprehend how protected you are. You don't realize how crucial you are to the cosmic scheme. How important you are is shown by the fact that someone went to such extent to attempt to get you out. Your level of protection is shown by the failure of their scheme. Your talent is shown by the fact that you were able to recognize the danger. Don't minimize the recent events. Don't downplay the threat you avoided. The supernatural intervention that saved your life should not be disregarded. False modesty and self-doubt are not appropriate at this moment. Now is the moment for acknowledgement, celebration, and assuming your full potential. By avoiding a gunshot that would have killed anybody else, you've simply shown that you are the chosen one. Now, put that information to work creating the life you were destined to lead. You're over the pandemonium. You have much ahead of you. You are surrounded by protection. The greatest thing is that this is just the start. Completely blank. Bottom line, for a period, your actual life begins.